Okay, so for week 3, you're going to do like a mixture of creating your own activities plus another one that's just going to normally turn in. The first one you're going to do is you're going to experiment with pivot tables. Now, this is just an introductory course, so you're just going to do like, just going to kind of see what a pivot table really can do. So I gave you a video of here, of course, all of your data right here. And you're just basically going to practice sorting it is what a pivot table really does, okay? So you're going to do that here on this tab, and then over here on this tab, you're going to do exactly the same thing. What a pivot table normally does is it kind of sort of filters data and just gets it to what you really needed to get out of it. Maybe how well the kids did on a vocabulary test. In this case, like right here for these directions, how much in sales they did for beverages in a certain quarter, things like that. Like I said, just introductory. So when this activity is done for both of those tabs, you're going to hit the turn in button. Then you're going to move on to an assignment checklist. Okay, now this is where you're going to start creating. So you're going to open up week 3. And this is also where you're going to start to use those folders that you created. Your tutorial video is here. Now, I don't know if your school district uses Infinite Campus. If it does, these videos show you how to download your rosters, things like that. But if you don't, then just disregard it. Okay, you're going to be making 2 checklists. The first checklist you're going to create right here underneath where it says Student Checklist 1. Okay, you're going to create the one that I did in the video right there. Then you're going to create another one. The other one, like I said, can be anything. It could be permission slips for a field trip, parent contact log, homework assignment checklist, things like that, okay? You're going to create that in your week 3 folder. When you're done creating it in your week 3 folder, and basically, like I said, following along in the video, okay, you're going to scroll down here and you're going to make what is called a forced copy, okay? Now, the nice thing about a forced copy is that you're going to be sharing the assignment with me, and I don't have editing rights to your original document. That's what a forced copy will be. When you're done watching this video, you're basically going to change the web address of your document so that when you share it with me, it'll just be a copy. I won't have access to your master. That's the great thing about doing a forced copy. It's basically like if you wanted to share something with a colleague and just share it with them, but they don't have access to your master. It's just a copy for them to have on their own. Okay? So you're just going to watch that video. Okay? And then you're going to do the forced copy and you're going to place it on the forced copy sheet. Now, the forced copy sheet can be found in 2 places. Number 1, by clicking right here, and you'll see there's a little tab at the bottom. It says Student Checklist. You'll put your name here, first name, last name, and then you will drop your link in here for your student checklist. Okay? However, if you kind of forget it's here, you can go right back to the Google Classroom page, and it's right here also in the week 3 folder. So once you're done, you'll be hitting the assignment turn in button, and you're going to move on to a calendar. Okay, so video right here for the calendar. You're going to do the same thing that you did for the assignment checklist. You're going to create a calendar in your week 3 folder. I said create a calendar for May and then one for June. Okay, so basically it's going to be 2 calendars. If you would like to do a different month, that's fine with me. Okay, if you want to do September and October, I don't care. Your May calendar, technically, or whatever calendar you'd like to do for whatever month, will go right here. and then the other calendar in your week 3 folder. And then you're also going to make a forced copy, just like you did with your assignment checklist. And remember, the video on how to do everything is here for the forced copy. The forced copy sheet, I embedded it here also. So when you do click on it, you will not be on the tab anymore for the student checklist. You will be on this green tab that says calendar. Put your first name, your last name, and then the calendar, the link to the calendar right here. And like I said, if you forget where it is, you're just going to go right back to your week 3, and it's right here also. Last activity for week 3 is Google Keep. I use Google Keep all the time. Google Keep is fantastic. It's like a note-keeping app for Google. So how to find Google Keep is this little video right here. How to do the activity is right here. And I basically gave you a whole bunch of data to sort of like take notes on and document how you're sorting it, okay? So you're going to be making a Google Keep about what you've done to fix this data. Now, I walk you through how to find Google Keep right here in the video, but if you sort of look, it's actually right here when you watch my screen. It's right here. If you click on this little arrow for this side panel, it'll pop this out. Google Keep is right here. And like I said, Google Keep is a great note-taking app. You click it open, and it attaches itself. Like these are other ones that people have done for my other classes. Okay? And what happens is then you click the one, take a note, and then you start titling it, and you start taking your notes right there. Okay? And it actually embeds itself right and attaches it to your spreadsheet that you're working on. Okay? So yeah, I've kept these things for vacations, showers, anything that want to keep a note on and data. This is what I've done. I've kept a Google Keep. So when you're done with this assignment, week 3 is now done. You'll hit the turn in button.